Now this is a mystery. I brought it from a charity shop, the way I get most of mine, and one the Atlantis that I've made a video on previously, someone gave it to me, and once I'd cleaned and oiled it, there was absolutely no problem with that, so that was a bargain. This wouldn't have cost me much, about 25, something like that, because it's very clean, very neat and tidy, and as you can see, it's got the original tin, deluxe zigzag accessories, and everything inside. And someone, I don't know whether it's got all the what feet are inside. It's got the cams, and cams that go in the back, and that makes all these stitches. Now, whether I assume it comes with this, or the lady who owned it before made it. It's got all the original feet, a few of the cams, and bobbins, the metal ones, and I assume that's for a different foot. I've never used it, and for the life of me, when I got it out, and it's got the original, so someone's looked after it, used it and looked after it. So it's called a zigzag, deluxe zigzag machine. So when I first get a machine, I clean it and oil it. So all this would have been done, and I haven't used it since, and I couldn't understand why. I started to sew, and as you can see, the top tension was completely out and made the fabric gather. This was like stirring a pudding, and it goes round or round away. It doesn't stop. There's no 0 to 9 like on most of them, or 0 to 10, and then it stops. It just keeps going. So basically I've turned it quite a few times anti-clockwise, and I think I've got it sewing okay. So I'm just going to put you to the side, and I'll show you. So as I say, I've checked with the book to set it up and right, and put the bobbin in right and everything else. It's the most complicated setting up I've ever known. Out of all my machines, this is the most intricate. It don't seem to be pulling like it did before. And as long as I keep turning it that way, I think I'm turning it down. The stitches are absolutely fine. Yep, top and bottom stitches are fine. It just seems a little bit too tight. Let's go round again. Back on number 4. As I say, when anything goes wrong, it usually is this tension disc. I will look out for a new one. I might get my brother just to check it out for me first, but I will have a look round to see if I can find. Now, it's called a zigzag machine, automatic zigzag sewing machine. I haven't a clue who made it. I can't find nothing online about it, but it's sewing absolutely perfectly, and it sounds like nice and quiet. So anything, it's just a little bit too tight. You don't mind how many times I turn it. It seems to be, as long as it's not doing what it did before. But I will look out for a new one of these. Hey, let me just have a go at reverse. Absolutely fine, look. I like the sound of the machine, of the motor, I must admit. Anyway, it's got another one where you lift up, it loosens it off, and then you cut. If anything, it's just slightly too tight, and it don't matter what I do with this tension, I can't get it any looser. What I might do is just slacken off this one at the bottom. This is the same as what I've showed you before, whereas you test them. I'm just going to slacken this one off to see if that'll help. So there's that, and slackening off is anti. So just turn it just a little bit. It's very stiff. Quarter turn. We'll try that and see if that helps. Right, fingers crossed that may have helped a little bit. And I think it did. Yeah. I think loosening the bottom off helped as well. Oh, I quite like this one. I think I want to use this on my next project. And lift up, make sure it's at the top. Lift up and pull. No, that's a lot better. So it was a tension at the bottom as well as the top. I will still look out for another one. They shouldn't turn round and round and round, and we'll have no stops at start and the front. It is working, so it must have stuck somewhere. So the only way to find out whether it's any good is to actually start on a project with it, and just to see if it continues sewing for a few hours, that's any good. So the only thing I don't like about this machine so far is, let's take you back, put you in the front. You see how that leans? Well, it's on a spring, so it definitely is the right place. But obviously when this is pulled down, it seems alright. It makes me wonder, because I don't think these were invented years ago. I think it should be on a smaller one. But anyway, it didn't pull. I just think that's weird. Obviously these are all the when I want to, got Z, N, W, P, L, M, R. It's got loads, and this is when the cams, I suppose. And then I suppose to get that to work, you have to read your book. Anyway, I don't know whether you saw that or not. You've got the Z, M, W, then numbers, then the letter R, then L, M, R. So there's lots for this machine. Yeah, it's a nice machine. I like the sound of the motor. I've got it sewn actually fine now. When I had it, I would have oiled and cleaned it, so I'm not going to do that again. In fact, I'm going to use this on the next project. Thank you for joining me, and join me again. Just to let you know why that, just zoom you in, so if you can see at the back there. There's a Vista and Rosman Euro 10. I'm waiting for a part for that before I video that one. And if I can't get it, then that's got to go away until I do find one. That's something to do with the feed dogs. So let's just turn you back. There you go. That's a Zig Zag machine. If anybody knows any history about that, please let me know, and come on back next time I do a new video. Thank you. Bye.